Hi guys, it's Artem here. So in today's video I want to share how you can generate types automatically for your project if you're using Supabase, and in my case it's Next.js, but this is actually applies to all possible JavaScript framework. The main thing is this is a Supabase feature, so you do need to use the Supabase. This is my project. It's the Quillman's AI-powered academic writer. Code base is pretty huge, and what I notice is if you are using Cursor or actually any other AI-powered generator, the AI model will try to define your types inline, like in the code. So this is not the best way to do this, because I noticed this myself. It can work like when you are just starting out and you have like a couple of pages, but then if you have like a lot of features and other, your code base will become bloated, and in a couple of weeks you will just get super frustrated. So yeah, Supabase solved this by adding this automatic type generation, where you can like just use one command, and you just I will show you how to use it correctly, and you will have like a super convenient way of storing. So we have like all the type structure generated based on your Supabase account, Supabase project that you linked. And also this way you can always run this command when you have some changes in the database. Let's say you made some adjustment to the table structure or something, and run one command, you will regenerate the types, and it's always going to stay up to date, and it's easy to use it in a way so you can have like all the types here, and then inside the index page in your types, you just re-export it. So you have like all your types re-exported from the database type. So this way your database types will be regenerated, but the statically exported types that is defined here, so with the name, will kind of like always be there. So it's I find it's like one of the most useful features that kind of I try to leverage in my day-to-day work. So because types is I love TypeScript, but it sometimes can get super hard to maintain in a sense. So how to use it correctly? So let's say you have the project. So first thing to do is open the terminal and make sure you have the Supabase installed. So then when you open the terminal, you run the Supabase init command. Just make it a little bit bigger. You run the Supabase init. You see I'm already triggered this command, so it's now asking me to use the force. But yeah, you first need to make sure you have the Supabase installed. Let me show you in my package JSON. So you need to install the Supabase JS, just the latest version, just to make sure you have this on the project, so you can then run the command. So first you run the Supabase init, Supabase link. So this command will basically let you link your project that you connected on your account. You have like different organizations or different projects. You need to first, or maybe you just install the Supabase, you need first to log in. So to do this, you just do Supabase login. So now if you write enter, it will just open basically the site where you can just see the code that you can go easily copy and paste it. So yeah, just one thing here, just make sure you are logged in as the account that you want to connect to your project. So yeah, just to make sure you're using the correct account. So yeah, we are here. We are doing so we start with Supabase init, and then with Supabase login if needed, then Supabase link, and we can select our Quillman's application. So right now you paste its Supabase password. I will just do this right now and just cut this part of the video so I'm not exposing any like credentials and stuff. So yeah, just go ahead, find your password and paste it inside the terminal. So now I press enter. It's shows some data here, and we're basically ready to use it. Then what I usually do is I just go to my package JSON and just define the script. You can call it whatever you like, but the script should be Supabase gen types, TypeScript TypeScript linked. So this is the linked project. You can also define the project inline, but I usually just keep the link because yeah, usually have you just one project linked to one code base, and where you want to generate it. So in my case, it's database types TS. So right now, if we'll go scroll a little bit, so it will generate here. So here we will have like all the types generated. Let's try it together. So we have the script. I forgot the command. It's generate types. So let's now, before we trigger it, we'll go just see what's going on here. So we'll npm generate types. Now you see it's like cleared the file and regenerated from scratch. So it's like deleted it and create it like straight from the database that's hosted on the Supabase server. So it's like the correct basically correct state of the database that we have currently. So yeah, this is good. However, again, just make sure you are not you're not modifying this file, because it's going to be overwritten every time you run this script. And as I mentioned before, you should have somewhere in your types, actually maybe this database types should also move to the types folder, but it's usually based on your preference. But the main thing is, when you have the types here, make sure that you have the index or db.ts, some file that you re-export all the stuff that's happening in your database types ts that we generated, re-export here. So this way, this file is not going to be overwritten, and you can safely use it, just like import from types. So in the file that you want to use the types, you will just import it. So one thing to mention is right here, you have the export the database. And this is what the Supabase generate for you: database, schema, type tables, and other. But before you can safely use it in your code base, use all the types from your database. Let's say in my case, it's like citation type, document, and other. You first need to do a manipulation with this, is create like a separate file. And here you first need to use your generated database types and just create your basically a locally defined type. So in my case, typeation is calling the database public table citation, and do the same for all other types that you have, like user data, chat message, feedback, and other what you need. So this is all basically the state of your database. It's just for the simplicity, so you can then have the user client or session material, and you will see all the correct fields for it. And then inside the index, you're basically re-exporting it. So the flow again is database types, auto-generated via pnpm generate types, the command that we added. Now we go create a new file, call it whatever you like. This is going to be your basically the state of the database that you will actually use inside your project. So instead of calling database types every time, for the simplicity, we created the types from the database types that we generated and re-exported it from the index, so we can then call just import user data from types. So this way, all the thing is defined in one place. And if you want to have, let's say we have for the citation, we have a metadata that is JSON B column. And as you know, if you cannot generate the JSON B types because it's not typed correctly. So in this case, we just using the citation, we define the type inside the citation.ts file, where and we are creating the type citation source. So we have the citation source from the database metadata, and we are providing the metadata with the citation metadata. This is enough for most possible scenarios that you will have. One more thing to mention is, as you done all these manipulations, you need somehow to avoid AI breaking your rules and again starting to introduce some random changes here and there. So to do this, what I've done, we are using the cursor rules, and I just asked Gemini to create a nice rule for the types. So basically, you just prompt for this is explain how I am working with my types. So I have the database type here, you see, then my types defined inside the types. I'm just explaining. So for that, if the field is JSON, we are adding additional types as a citation metadata. For different types, we have a separate file for it, and everything is re-exported from index. So basically, I will add this prompt to somewhere in the description, so you can just check it yourself and copy paste or just modify whatever you like. But yeah, this is basically how I'm working with types in my project. I find it super useful. I will leave all the information, such as the scripts commands, some steps, what you need to do to make it work, just so you can then go step by step and implement it. Leave a like, comment, let me know if it's if it's helpful for you, if you like the approach. Join our community, and I will see you in the next video. See you. Bye bye.